The National Football League has thoroughly disgusted most of America with their national anthem protest. Those who were formerly huge NFL fans have boycotted games to the point the league is considering extreme measures, just to keep from shutting down. Whether from seeing the mistakes that their friends over at the NFL made, or just because of an innate patriotism, the players of America's pastime didn't follow suit. Major League Baseball is having none of this disrespecting the flag. Major League Baseball is not appreciative of those who disrespect the flag. In fact, the single solitary player who was brazen enough to keel during the anthem received a national backlash that might well end his career. The MLB is so sure about where their allegiance lies, that they've more than doubled down on their show of support to all of our men and women in uniform. Los Angeles was the stage for the match that would decide the World Series, and according to USA News Flash, they made just about the most patriotic move possible, and instead of having a celebrity, of which LA has plenty, they asked four of Los Angeles' finest to sing the anthem. Unlike the National Football League, NFL, the Major League Baseball has ensured that there are no unpatriotic moves such as kneeling during their playing of the national anthem, and have made sure that their national anthem playing for Game 7 of the World Series will be a one to remember for a very long time. Instead of taking a knee and showing disrespect to the primary American values like the protest started by former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, the MLB brought out the Los Angeles Police Department Quartet to sing the national anthem. There's not much that could inspire more patriotism in an American than seeing four men and women who put their lives on the line for us every day singing about their allegiance to the flag that they serve. There were no doubt droves of much more higher profile and more experienced celebrities that lined up to sing the anthem at such a high profile event, but none of them would have been nearly as qualified to sing about what the nation means to them, and that's what matters the most. Major League Baseball, despite seeing a rare amount of anthem protesting since the trend started, have still seen success in toning down their protests, something which currently seems impossible for the Football League to achieve. But their protests have still come at a price, since the more they keep up with the protest, the more their ratings are dropping, and outraged fans are doing everything in their power to boycott the league with their wallets. Starting from burning seasonal tickets to leaving the stadiums during games nearly empty, the fans have also made sure to the major ratings plummeting by avoiding the TV game streaming. As if that was not enough, major sponsors have also pulled their advertisements from the games, spelling even more bad news for the protesting players. The MLB, however, seems to understand what disrespect such protests mean, and avoid doing it, but at the same time, giving the honor of singing the anthem to police officers, which is an action they deserve all of our support for. Twitter immediately lit up with those who noticed the way the MLB doubled down on their commitment to true American values. Everyone who is anyone had to take notice of what was being said by the choice of singers at the event. It would have been very difficult to kneel, right in the face of the police officers who were singing the anthem, not that anyone tried, and the MLB knew that. As you can tell from the video though, the crowd was going wild. They know what the gesture meant, and they seem to be bursting with pride, right there in LA. In case you haven't guessed by now, America isn't happy with out-of-touch millionaires telling us what we should and shouldn't pledge our allegiance to. No matter what has happened in the world, America is still the greatest country on earth. And it was made the best country by those who wouldn't tolerate anyone who tried to tear down what we believe in. Those who are protesting the national anthem are doing so supposedly because of police brutality. Unfortunately, they seem to be confusing the justified use of force with brutality, since the instances that they cite are cases that were found to be completely acceptable. But since those who claimed to identify with criminals didn't get their way on the rulings, they're protesting the entire police force and everything that the flag stands for. America stands for fair representation, trials by juries, democratic elections, and yes, we stand for the national anthem. Those who have a problem with that can kneel if they want to, but they might find it's easier to stand when they're in the unemployment line. Share if you support the MLB's stand to respect the anthem. The anthem,